Hi everyone, welcome back to Function Pilates. I'm Vanessa Kelly, and in today's Tower or Cadillac workout, I'm going to make it an all levels workout. So if you're brand new, beginner, or intermediate, have done Tower quite a bit, this is going to be a great workout for everyone. I am working on a balanced body piece of equipment, our Tower unit specifically, so I'll make those recommended spring settings for you that are working on a different model at home. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I have over 40 apparatus workouts here on the channel. They're going to be in the playlist, all categorized for you by apparatus, and also student tutorials to specifically have you learn more about the exercises themselves. So if that's of interest to you and you want to enhance your knowledge, feel free to take a look at those. If you are interested in enhancing your knowledge and want to become a Pilates instructor or put together your own workouts at home, Function Pilates does have its own teacher training program. We are launching our virtual teacher training program here pretty soon. So if that's of interest to you, check out the description box for more information on how to get pricing and times and dates and stuff like that. If you are looking to open up your own studio and become a business owner, this is the perfect time. Function Pilates is a groundbreaking franchise registered in over 30 states. I would be happy to talk more about how you can get started with that. And anyone who's liked this workout and want more workouts like this Tower one, I will put some recommended workouts here in that description box below. So if you guys are ready to get started, let's go ahead and begin. Let's go ahead and begin by addressing our springs here. So the roll-up bar is handy. It's at the very top of those eyelets. And I also have my leg springs for hip circles later on with the loops attached. So find a medium to heavy spring that will work for you for those hip circles. There's also a lighter spring, which is blue, available for footwork at a later time here. So once we're ready, we're going to begin with a warm-up. Lying on your back, you're going to take that roll-up bar and gently place it behind the back of your knees. And we're going to start by stretching out that long back to create elongation. Just go ahead and rest those arms beside you. If you like palms up, go ahead and take palms up. And just take a moment to find your breath as you inhale through the nose and exhale from the mouth, just starting to wiggle those knees back and forth, massaging out the low back here. We're going to gently place both feet to stamp them to the mat, and then draw those knees back in towards your chest, creating this long sense of stretch through your low back. So really feel opposition here as the knees come in towards your chest, your tailbone's reaching to the opposite side. Beautiful. Good, nice and easy. And then we're just going to go ahead and add some circular motions here, drawing those knees over to the right, dip those toes down, circle towards the left, and we're going to do this anywhere from 3 to 5 times each way. So reverse when you're ready, trying to relax through those facial muscles. Shoulders are away from those ears. Let's pull that bar in towards our chest one more time. Just really stretch out that low back. Spend a little time here if you think you need it a little bit more this morning. And then once you're ready, carefully taking your feet out of the bar and placing them on the mat. So let's have wrists over the shoulders. We're going to do a nice stretch through our chest. So grab a hold of that roll-up bar and pull it straight down towards your sternum. Think of your elbows widening to opposite directions of the room. A nice neutral wrist here. Perfect. Just pulling it down, not straining your neck, not really allowing those shoulders to elevate, but focus on the stabilization, the shoulder, the scapula stabilization, and just focus on that stretch throughout the chest here. We'll do about 10 repetitions. From here, we're going to go right into our bridging. So on an exhale, go ahead and lift those hips up, pull that bar down, find some tension, and then slowly release it. So simultaneously, you're going to find tension in the bar, lift those hips, squeeze through those glutes, release everything. Knees are in line with our hips, ankles are in line with our knees. So we are still parallel in this nice hip distance apart position. And our goal is to create strong, stable hips and also create a strong, stable spine here. Beautiful job. Taking your time, really focusing on the movement. Exhale, lift those hips, pull those arms down. Good. Pulse those arms gently. Just tiny pulses without creating much of a bounce, and then release it. Nice deep breath here. Exhale, lift those hips up. And from here, draw those arms down. And little pulses once again. Feel your lats activating, feel your triceps activating. And release. Good. Let's go ahead and release that bar and go ahead and come up. Have a seat facing your tower or your roll-up bar, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to tuck our tailbones under, scoop our belly, roll ourselves back gently. Head's the last thing to touch. Take an inhale. On the exhale, peel your spine up ever so gently, restacking your spine all the way to the top. Focus on the articulation. One vertebra at a time is dropping down towards the mat. Peel your spine up. Use your abdominal muscles to lift your body up towards this nice tall seated position. Exhale to roll gently back down again. Good. Ribs are knitted together. Lower back down. Hold it there. We'll pull that bar in towards your chest. Once again, allowing those elbows to reach to opposite directions of the room. Keeping your neck and your jaw nice and soft. Beautiful. Exhale to pull in, inhale to release. And slowly start to release all the way back to the top here. Good. Okay, so let's go ahead and come to a kneeling position. We'll just do a nice chest expansion here to finish up our warm-up. So kneeling, hip distance apart, add cushions under your knees if you need it. Exhale with two straight arms, pull that bar towards your thighs. Think of your hips slightly pressing forward so you don't create an uneven neutral pelvis. Exhale, pull down. Really opening up through the front of your hips. Good. Dropping those shoulders, working through those lats. Strong back extensors. And then release it. From this position, gently walk yourself back to a plank. If you want knees down, feel free to have knees down. And let's just really internalize the heat here in our body. Setting ourselves up for this full body workout. Nice and strong through those shoulders. Push those hands or your forearms into the mat there to really open up through the back. Lift those hips up higher if you feel like you're collapsing or creating discomfort in your low back. And carefully bringing it down one at a time. Take a child's pose. Knees are separated to open up through the spine and return back up. All right, so from here, we're going to go ahead and get started with our footwork. So finding your safety strap, you're going to attach it to the push-through bar and attach it to a point on that safety strap. For me, it's the second loop, but about this halfway point there so that you have plenty of room to place your feet underneath that bar. I'm doing 1.5 springs, which is 1 red and 1 blue. Typically, this is going to feel like a medium to heavy weight for double legs. And then when you're ready, carefully, we're going to face our tower unit or face our bar and place our heels on top. So just take a moment, address yourself here that you're in position. I like this way mainly because it's not going to pull so deeply on those hamstrings, but feel free to turn yourself the opposite way if that's what you choose. Heels are on, hip distance apart, palms are up. Knees bend in towards the chest, exhale, straighten the legs.
Now the main goal here is that we're keeping that tailbone down the entire time. It's super easy to bend those knees and then let those hips reach up. So really focus on your butt being grounded into the mat there. It's going to make all the difference. The main muscle focus is glutes and hamstrings. You should feel the back side of those legs working. Beautiful. Let's bring it down to your toes. Point those toes up and try to maintain that position of your ankle. So keep pressing into that bar as you bend your knees and focus on equal weight distribution through the ball of your foot and through your toes. Exhale sends that bar straight up. Inhale to bend. Good. Abs are drawn in and neck and shoulders are relaxed. Perfect. Heels together, toes apart. Watch that safety strap if it's right in front of you. So make sure that safety strap's behind your heels. And as you bend, allow those knees to go about shoulder distance apart here. Tweeze through those inner thighs, reach long all the way towards the ceiling, again with the impression of the tailbone being grounded. Let's go ahead and bring those heels up to the bar, go wide, a slight turned out position, and then soften those knees and press up. If you have a tendency to turn out already and you know that about yourself, let's stay parallel here. Good. Squeeze through those glutes, activate those hamstrings, stabilize through those ankles. Exhale, reach, inhale to bend. Come down to your toes. Again, point that bar up, maintain the angle of your ankle, bend the knees, and straighten out those legs. Focus on pulling up from your pelvic floor, activating those Kegel muscles, scooping through that belly to knit those ribs together, staying strong through your deep ab stabilizers and your deep back stabilizers. And then let's return back to hip distance apart here. Some calf raises, pointing and flexing. And this is where things can get shaky for you. Exhale, straighten those ankles and flex. Especially if your hamstrings are feeling tight, you're going to feel the instability there. Exhale, press, and inhale to bend. Prance it out or add running when you're ready, or just take a nice long stretch here on each side. Whatever is feeling good for you today. Beautiful. If you need more ankle stability, I would recommend you doing your prances or your running. And slowly, let's come all the way back down. Great job here, guys. Okay, so from this position, we're gonna do single leg. I'm gonna lower the weight and just have one spring on. So it's just a medium spring, a light to medium spring. And then go ahead and lie yourself back down. Placing your feet back on that bar, stretching those legs up. So line your heels, both of them, hip distance apart, back on that bar so you have good alignment. And then take your left leg and stretch it out. Inhale, bend those legs. Exhale, reach up. Now, if this is bothering your low back, you can bend your left leg and keep your left foot on the mat. But if you're good with the challenge, go ahead and really stretch it out here. Again, only bending your right knee to the point where you feel like you're going to lift the butt off the mat, and that's your stopping point. Switch sides. About 10 repetitions here. Reach that leg out and bend, exhale, press. Your range of motion might feel a little different on each side here, so be aware of it. Beautiful. So if it feels like the range of motion is off, there could be a misalignment happening through your hips here. And that's something that you'll want to address as you continue your Pilates practice. Switch sides to the toes. Again, we'll repeat. Bend and straighten. Pressing evenly through that foot. Listening to your breath and feeling your entire core engage itself. Beautiful work. And switch when you're ready. Energize through that right leg. Squeeze through that left hip. Exhale, stretch. Inhale to bend. Good. Really focusing on the flexibility through the back of the leg here. Lovely. And return. Carefully bring that back down. So from here, carefully go ahead and lie on your back, but we'll flip to the other side. Let's line those wrists under your shoulders. Let's go legs straight out, point through those toes. We're going to do a roll up here. So inhale, prepare. Exhale, peel your spine up. Press that bar towards the ceiling. Hold. Connect those ribs, tuck that tailbone, and release yourself back down again. So think of pushing the bar up, but not reaching your shoulders towards your ears. So you want to focus on that depression of the scapula here. We're creating shoulder stabilization. Beautiful. Lower down and articulating through the spine as we strengthen through our core. Keep those heels hugging into the mat if you can. Or if you have to bend your knees and keep your feet flat, that's also a modification you can make. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and place our toes there. So at this point, we should feel a little stretched out. So it shouldn't feel super tight, hopefully. Hold on to those pulls at a soft bent elbow here. Bend those knees in towards your chest. Stretch the legs. And then once you're ready, we're going to go into our tower exercise here to articulate the spine once again. So take that exhale. Let's go ahead and reach that bar up so that the toes are right above our eyesight. Soften through the knees, straighten out the legs, and then begin to roll your spine down, getting longer and longer. Tailbone being the last thing to touch. Flex your feet, point through the toes, draw those abs in. Exhale, use your breath. Hold. Soften through those knees. You should feel a great stretch there through your back. And then lower your body back down one vertebra at a time. Flex and point. Exhale, use your abdominal muscles here. Relax your shoulders. Maybe soften your grip. And releasing your spine back down. Beautiful job. Go ahead and carefully release that bar and sit yourself up. So from here, we're going to go ahead and remove our safety strap. So remove those springs first. The safety strap is last. And I like to take this and set it away so it's out of eyesight. And then we're going to go ahead and take those same springs that we used for our roll-up with our roll-up bar, and we're going to bring it down and attach handles to them. We're going to go into a supine arm series here, meaning that we're going to be on our back and we're going to add flexion and different arm variations. So taking that to the appropriate eyelet, which is a little bit below halfway for this mark here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lie yourself down. So you'll notice I already have the loops there because we're going to transition to that. And it's at the halfway point. So from here, go ahead and grab a hold of those handles, 2 straight arms for me. Take an inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, when you're ready, flex your body up. Lift that right leg. Lift that left leg. Right, left. Good. Feel those abs working here. Right and left. Beautiful. Right, left. Arms are hovering. Lower everything back down again. Beautiful. Okay, bend those knees. Keep the feet flat. Arms out to a T. Exhale, lift your head and chest if that feels okay for you, and then open out. You don't always have to flex here, so if you would rather have your head down, feel free to do that. Using that energy, draw that power in towards your hips. Open your arms out wide to a T. Exhale to flex up. Keeping your eyesight towards your belly button. Let's bring those legs towards the tabletop position and continue. So this is a modification. If you are ready for the extra challenge, feel free to take it. If you're not, keep your feet flat on the mat. Beautiful. Exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale to lift up. Hold it there as we dip those heels towards the mat. You're hinging from your hip. You're not flexing from your knee. That's different here. So you should feel your abs work even harder. Beautiful. Lower everything back down. Take a moment to regroup. Let's do one arm here. So right arm in the handle, left arm is beside you. Take an exhale and press straight down. Good. So this unilateral work here, really focusing on your hips staying grounded and squared. Exhale, pull straight down, activating triceps and your lats here. So your arm is independent from your body, so avoid shifting. Exhale, press straight down, and inhale, bring it up. Hold it there, adding a tricep press. You're going to bend the elbow, straight out the arm. Allow that elbow to hover off the mat. Beautiful. Exhale, straighten. Inhale to bend. From here, let's do oblique work. So go ahead and stack your left hand over your right. Take the tabletop position if you're ready for the challenge, and then exhale to rotate towards your right hip. Legs can stay down here. And also, you don't have to add flexion. You can keep your head down and just work the arms. Good. Use that exhalation to lift. If you're ready to add more of a challenge, extend those legs out to 45 at a diagonal. You got it. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lower. About 10 repetitions here, and then lower everything back down one at a time. Let's find that other handle. We'll go back to our single arm work here. So right arm is resting, left arm towards the ceiling. Exhale to press. Inhale, floating it right back up again. So again, maintaining a nice neutral pelvis. We want to avoid our body shifting to one side. You can keep your feet down the entire time, or if you're ready to find that tabletop position, bring those legs up one leg at a time. Perfect. Exhale to press, inhale to bend. Finding that tricep work. Good. Getting long through that arm. Softening through your jaw, relaxing those facial muscles. Let's bring that arm up, right hand over left. Find the necessary position for your legs and exhale to rotate. Rotate through the spine. really anchoring your tailbone down to minimize the movement of your hips, which will make all the difference as we rotate here. So it might feel harder. You might feel like you don't have as much range of motion, but the benefits are so much more worth it. Exhale. We're just isolating those muscles way deeper. Perfect. Lower everything back down. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and find our loops. Let's place our feet just one at a time here, since we're on this unilateral work. And exhale, just draw that right leg straight down. Take a nice point of awareness here that your hips are not moving. So as you extend through the hip here, energize that right leg, point out through those toes. Feel the control. Take the leg to tabletop if you want a deeper challenge. Beautiful. That's what's so nice about having all these different options when we're working with the tower or the Cadillac here. Exhale, press. And then let's bend that right leg and straighten it out. So as we press out, we want to think of that right leg being parallel to the floor. It's not like the reformer where you go more at a diagonal. This, we want to feel the resistance, so we're pressing against it. Beautiful. Good. So again, I'm just showing you different options you can do. If you want to keep it more of an intermediate level, keep that leg in tabletop. If you want more beginner, fundamental, or you're just tired today, keep that leg down. Leg goes up, we're going to press, and then we're going to sweep it around for our single leg circles. Good. So creating some more mobility through the hip, strengthening those extensors. Go ahead and circle the other way. So your body should be super quiet here as the leg creates synovial fluid there at the hip socket. And then release. Take a nice stretch here. So a nice quad stretch if this is going to be okay for you. Slide your body to the right and then carefully go ahead and allow your knee and your thigh to look up at the ceiling. For a deeper stretch, pull your heel up towards your hip here. Perfect. Carefully come out of that. Reorganize yourself back through center. And then find your left loop and we'll place it around the arch of the foot. Okay. Arms are beside you, relaxed. Let's extend that leg straight towards the ceiling, and on an exhale, lower that leg down to the point where you feel like you're going to lose your neutral spine. So when you feel like your back is going to begin to arch, that's where your stopping point is at. Beautiful. Exhale to press, inhale to release. Exhale. Press straight down. Again, if you like tabletop, take it there. If you like your foot down, hold it there today. Very intentional, very controlled, giving you the opportunity to take the time to breathe. Bend that leg in towards tabletop. Exhale, extend. Remember, we're pushing more parallel to the ground, not necessarily at a diagonal. And I failed to mention this on the other side, but if you want less resistance, move your head up towards the tower unit. If you want more resistance, shift your body away from the tower unit. Good. Keep breathing, keep moving. Lots of hip strengthening here. Right into those single leg circles. So once you're ready, press down, slowly sweep it out and around. Press down, slowly sweep it out and around. Good. I'm doing about 5 repetitions here. So when you're ready, go ahead and reverse it. Sweep, getting those inner thighs involved. exhale, circle around. Good. Take our stretch, slide yourself over to the left, and carefully go ahead and bend that knee, letting that thigh shine up towards the ceiling. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and carefully come out of that. And let's find ourselves on our side. Let's go into a side plank here. So forearm is there, elbow under the shoulder. Reach up high if you can. Otherwise, keep that left hand, that top arm towards the mat. Lift those hips up nice and high as those feet are stacked, shoulders and hips are stacked. Breathe. Lower back down. Beautiful. Take it to the other side. Nice and strong through our shoulders. Good. Reach it on up. Good. Anywhere from a 10 to 30-second hold here to get those obliques working. Lower your body back down. Let's come through center. And then from here, on your forearms with your palms up, let's lift up back into a plank. This time we're on our forearms and we're going to add a dip to the left, through center, dip through the right. So getting a little bit deeper through those obliques here, stabilizing through our shoulders. Again, hips up higher if you feel discomfort in your low back. Just pivot from those toes and lower back down. Take a child's pose. From here, let's go ahead. Again, if you need a knee pad, find a knee pad, but we're going to stretch out our hip flexor and our hamstring. So grab a hold of that tower. Carefully with your foot on that push-through bar, go ahead and press that forward to create a hamstring stretch where the back of the leg is feeling this primarily. When you bend your knee, you should primarily feel in the front of your opposite hip into your hip flexor. So play there. If you want to be more action-oriented, you can be more active with this. If you want to be more passive, just hold for a duration of time. And then trying to, again, keep those hips squared for the most deepest stretch. Switch when you're ready. Keep that chest up nice and high. Try to avoid looking down. Hips are forward, straighten out that leg. Beautiful. Nice deep breathing. And then carefully release it. Great job, guys. Let's go ahead and go into some back extensions. So have that push through bar, no springs attached, legs are separated. Take an inhale, raise that chest up, shoulders down those back pockets. I like feet separated so we're not compressing through the spine, especially if you have tight low back or any low back discomfort. But feel those shoulders moving down your back pockets. Our goal is to create strengthening through our back extensors, so really taking advantage of it. Eyesight is down. Good. And release it. Beautiful work. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and finish it off with some roll downs here, standing hip distance apart. Let's sweep those arms up overhead. Let's take a dive straight down. Check in with your body. How much more flexible do you feel? Shoulders go way back. Roll them. One more time, lift up and dive it down. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Hit a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and I will see you next time.